Hare Krishna, happy Pandam Nijal Ekadashi, happy fasting to you all. So today we are going to hear something about Pandam Nijal Ekadashi and its pastimes. So let us begin. नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी पचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासधि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So today we're going to hear about the Pandurnijal Ekadashi. So we have collections from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana and Padma Purana's pastime stories. So let us see that how it is connected with this Pandurnijal Ekadashi. So today is considered as a important day, Ekadashi, for all the devotees, and it is a day of austerity. Is very easily we can perform. Um, It intensified devotional practice, learning to transcend the bodily needs. So this will Ekadashi will make us to transcend the bodily needs. What are the bodily needs? We especially food and whatever we take the bodily demands are there. Those will be reduced here. We can practice so that we can reduce that um, depending on the bodily needs. Next is fixed consciousness for loving service, so we can focus on how we can serve the Lord so clearly. Next is it is a Jyeshtha Shukla Ekadashi. So what is Jyeshtha Shukla Ekadashi? Is it comes on the Shukla Paksha, that is light fortnight of the month of the Jyeshtha month, that is comes in May and June between. So and it is at the time of Mithuna Sankranti. Mithuna Sankranti means when the sun travels from sign of Rishabha or Taurus to sign of Mithuna or Gemini. So this is called Jyeshtha Shukla Ekadashi, and you can see that this is the hottest time of the year, and it is called Grishma Rutu, and it is hardest of all. And we have pastimes connected with this Brahma Vivarta Purana. So let us see that how it goes. So this story goes with the conversation between Vedavyasa and Bhimasena. It's one of the brothers in the Pandavas. So let us see that how it goes. So first one, Bhima questions Vedavyasa that whether it was possible to return to the spiritual world without having observed fasting for Ekadashi. So this is a question, whether it was possible to return to the spiritual world without having observed fasting for Ekadashi. If you're not fasting, then is it possible for us to go to spiritual world? So we this is a question asked by Arjun Bhima. Let us see that all fast on every Ekadashi means all means you can see that everybody is fasting on Ekadashi. So Bhima is telling who are they? Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, Kunti, wife, Draupadi. Everybody actually is fasting on that day, but they all tell me tell to Bhima that but it is impossible for him, so they'll ask him to fast, but he's telling that it's impossible for him to fast because he's telling the reason. Bhima is telling the reason, being the son of Vayudeva, and I'm unable to bear the hunger. So please tell me how to achieve the merits of Ekadashi without fasting. So everybody wants that, no? So everybody wants the result out of not working. So like that, Bhima is also in similar way is asking. So please tell me how to achieve the merits of Ekadashi without fasting. So I can give charity. So I can substitute with fasting with what charity I can do, and I can do Keshava worship of Keshava I can do. But please don't ask me to fast. So this is a questions question about the Bhima Sena. So after this question, let us see that how Vedavyasa answers. So he says that if you want to ascend to the spiritual world, you must observe Ekadashi and both the dark and the light fortnights. Shukla Paksha's Ekadashis and Krishna Paksha Ekadashis. So all those Ekadashis. So in a year, every month, there are two Ekadashis. Means there will be 24. um, Ekadashis we can perform. So, so he's telling that this is only the answer for this your questions like that. So, but Bhima is unable to control his hunger. So he's telling again, he's protesting, and he's telling that I cannot live if I eat just once a day. Then how can I fast? So within my stomach burns the Agni fire called Rukha, the fire of digestion. So he's telling in his stomach there is special fire is there that is called Rukha, Rukhodhara. No, or Bhima is called Rukhodhara. So Agni, the fire god, is telling that what is the Agni is referring to here is a descent from Lord Vishnu. So Agni is descending from Lord Vishnu to Brahma, and from Brahma to Angirasa, and from Angirasa to Brihaspati, and Brihaspati to Samyu. Samyu is the father of Agni. And next is um, he is the gatekeeper in charge of Nairuti. So he is a gatekeeper in charge of Nairuti. Nairuti means the southeastern direction. So Nairuti. So he is a gatekeeper of that um, direction. So he is one of the eight material elements. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that eight elements are created. So Panchabhuta is also created above that there are three subtle elements are also created by Lord. So that is why among the Panchabhuta, so Agni is the one. So among the eight material elements, so Agni is the one. And next is he's a Parikshit. He is very expert at examining things. Who Agni is very expert at examining things. So he's also called Parikshit. So he examined Maharaj Sibi once by turning into dough. So this comes a story in Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam that actually Shibi is one of the king from the dynasty of Surya Vamsha. So he he actually was tested by Indra and Agni. So Indra takes the position, means it takes the body of a vulture, and Agni takes the body of a doe, and they comes in front of Maharashi with fighting that we required a justice about our fight. Then they say that I am Vulture is telling, the Indra is telling that I am very hungry now, I should eat the dough now. Then Maharashi says, no, I am a king in this place, so when I'm concerned about this, all the living in it in this kingdom, then it's my responsibility to not to be killed, even a single any, living entity. Uh, so then Maharashi says that if you really want, you are hungry, then take my flesh, like that. He takes the flesh out of his body and he hand over to Vulture, Indra Deva. Then the though Agni and Indra, they appear in front of the Shibi and they blesses him. So these are actually one pastimes about the Agni. So how he scrutinizingly examines a devotee like that. And Agni is divided into three categories. One is Dhavagni and Jataragni and Vadavagni. So Dhavagni is the fire in the wood. So that is called Dhavagni. Usually will use for cooking. And second is Jataragni, the fire in the digestion in the stomach. So that was a Rukha. It's also considered Rukha there. And next is Vadavagni, the fire that creates fog. So these are different explanation about the Agni. So he's telling that that Agni is there in his stomach. And next is I beg you. So now he's protesting his own. Now he's asking, he's begging. Bhima is begging. I beg you to please tell me about that Ekadashi fasting on which my obligation for fasting and all other Ekadashis is fulfilled. So he's asking that what is the shortcut to do all this fasting out of 24 Ekadashi. So I want to do one Ekadashi that will be fulfilled by uh, for all the Ekadashis austerity. So I shall faithfully observe that Ekadashi and become eligible for liberation. So he's telling that I'll observe it very seriously, very faithfully. So then that time Vyasadeva replies, so what is that Ekadashi we should do? Then he says that you should fast without drinking even water on the Ekadashi. So that Ekadashi you should fast. What is that Ekadashi? It says that occurs during the light fortnight, the same thing, the Shukla Paksha, um, and of the month of Jeshta, same thing, at the time of Mithuna Sankranti, when the sun travels from uh, sign of Rishabha to Mithuna. One must certainly not eat anything, for he does so, he breaks his fast. So if anybody eats, then he breaks his fast. That this rigid fast is in effect from sunrise on Ekadashi, means today is a Pandavijal Ekadashi, today from morning sunrise to the sunrise on the next tomorrow Dwadashi is there. So that till that day we consider this is a rigid fasting. If a person endeavors to observe this great fast very strictly, he easily achieves the result of observing all 24 other Ekadashi fasts throughout the entire year. So he will achieve the all 24 Ekadashi's result simply by fasting on this one. So this is a very much important point to be noted here. And next one is who are fast on Ekadashi. So this is like one of the explanation that if anybody does this Ekadashi, what exactly result he will get. In one instance, receives the merits of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage. So you can imagine that uh, nowadays what are different pilgrimages are existing. So in that pilgrimages you're all going and you're taking nice bath and you're getting that all the benefits merits of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage, you will get it at one instance simply by fasting on today, Pandurjala Ekadashi, and giving profuse charities to worthy persons. So, if you are not given any charities, simply fast today. So, it is as good as giving charities to worthy persons. And Yamadutas will not approach him at death. So, Yamadutas will not approach him at death. So, this is repeated. And next is hundreds previous generation would be liberated even if they may have been very sinful. So even though they are your miss anybody's previous generations, they are sinful. They might be sinful. They may be getting punishment under different planetary systems. So they all get liberated if anybody does um, fasting. So that is a like benefit of fasting on this Ekadashi. Next, instruction given to Bhima is like this. So Bhima should be engaged in chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The next, he should give charity to Brahmanas and serve them, and Bhima could then break his fast taking prasada with the Brahmanas the next day. So this is about the instruction given to Bhima. When the other Pandavas heard this, observed it very well, with seriously they practiced this. That's it came to be known as Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi. So there's a name came after this practice. And finally, he concludes that I strongly urge you to fast on this auspicious, purifying, sin devouring Ekadashi. This Pantanjali Ekadashi is auspicious, purifying, sin devouring Ekadashi. Thus, you will be completely freed of all sins and reach the supreme abode. So, supreme abode, ultimate goal is achieved. Everybody's ultimate goal is the same thing, supreme abode. So that will be achieved. The performance of this Ekadashi would be very pleasing to the Supreme Lord Keshava. If anybody does this performance of this Ekadashi, then it will be pleasing to Supreme Lord Keshava. So this is the instruction concludes Vedavyasa and says that how much important this Pandamrijal Ekadashi um, in today like that. And we'll see what is Padma Purana says about this Pandamrijal Ekadashi. So Padma Purana says that संवत्सरस्य ए मध्ये एकदस्यो भवन्ति हि तासं फलम् अवाप्नोति पुत्रमेन अत्र संशया इति मां केशव प्राह शङ्खचक्रागदाधरः. So in this Hari Bhakti Virasa, so in the this shloka says that in Padma Purana or in the Padma Purana says that, O son, Lord Keshava Hosan is referring to here, where the Vedavyasa is referring to um, Bhima. So he's telling that Hosan, who, Lord Keshava, who holds the club, disc, conch, and lotus flower in his hands, personally told me that all of the merits achieved by fasting on whatever Ekadashi fall in one year can be attained by fasting on this one Ekadashi, the digital Ekadashi of this, there is no doubt. So this is a explanation given in Padma Purana in the conversation between Vedavyasa and Bhimasena. So you can see that how much important today Pandavajal Ekadashi is. Our next shloka is Atma Droha Kritasteshtu या ईशा न हि उपोष्टा पापात्मनो दुराचारा दुष्टस्ते न अत्र संशयः. So here it says Padma Purana, Vasudeva speaks to Bhimasena that anyone who does not fast on this particular Ekadashi, Nirjala Ekadashi, if anybody is not fasting in this particular Ekadashi, Pando Nirjala Ekadashi, that is today, then they should be understood to be sinful, corrupted, and suicidal person without a doubt. Sinful. If anybody doesn't fast today, then he'll be considered sinful, corrupted, and suicidal person without a doubt. So, so that is strong statements in the Padma Purana telling that we should fast on this Paranjali Ekadashi. Otherwise, this is the reaction that you have to face. So, thing is that Padma Purana and Brahma Vaivarta Purana very particularly says that we should fast today. So let us fast. So happy fasting to you all. Thank you very much for hearing. If you have any doubts, you can comment on this video. And I have some questions about this video also. I'll be posting into this comments. Please try to answer these questions. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.